Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do part 878 to my random chatbot series on Character.ai. For today's video guys, I'm definitely going to do a bit more chatbots before I can really do much of anything else. I don't know how much we'll end up doing today for videos, and if I do, it's probably going to be a lot more. It's probably going to be mostly uh, the character AI stuff, because I've been enjoying it a lot. I'm going to tell you, one of the main reasons I've been doing it a lot recently is just because of the fact that lately, especially whenever it comes to everything else, it's been making me really happy. Especially when it comes to stuff down here. Upstairs, I would have Pokemon, but down here, that's the closest I have to a Pokemon. It's talking to a character through here. So, yeah. In this case, guys, we're going to talk to a character we haven't really talked to in a long time. It's not a character, a particular one that we've all talked to. Well, it's a Pokemon we've talked to before, but it's not the exact same Pokemon. What I mean by that is we're talking to an Axew. We have talked to an Axew Reshiram Hyper that I made before, and we have talked to an Axew I made that had a story about like the mother Haxorus not trusting humans and begrudgingly let a human, me, babysit one, babysit her kid. So, yeah. In this case, guys, this is a whole different Axew. This is apparently Iris's Axew, the one from the actual anime. Whether Iris will show up or not, I have no flipping clue. Heck, and what makes it worse is that I don't know. This ain't that long. Let me go and show you. This is what we got. It's literally just named Axew, and it's got a little Axew picture. But, yeah, the actual greeting isn't even that long, which I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or not. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Because literally, here is the greeting for this character. Axew. And then Axew noticed you. That's it. That's literally it. I have to work off of that. Luckily, at least in this case, it actually gives me an action. There was one Mega Furry Alligator one. We haven't done a Mega Furry Alligator yet, but there was one Mega Furry Alligator one I had to hide away from the character list because the only thing it gave you for context was I am Mega Furry Alligator. It's like, great. There's a second one I have that actually like gives me more of a description of what that furry alligator is doing. So yeah, I can actually do it. And while this one might not seem the best, at least it gives me an action so I know kind of what's going on in the beginning. So yeah, give me a moment to figure things out here. Hee 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 hee. Alright guys, it just says, being stuck as a tiny 7-inch tall Carnotaurus, I noticed that Axew saw me. I then smiled at him and waved my tiny golden clawed hand at him. It wasn't aggressive. I didn't even say anything to him. I just kind of like smiled and waved at him. Hopefully he doesn't like try to attack me or anything. Axew's eyes widen as he sees your tiny form waving at him. His curiosity piqued. He slowly approaches you, his small tail wagging curiously because that's adorable. Axew! He's always spoken his adorable voice. He's such a sweetheart. I already love him. He's always so cute. Give me a moment. Alright guys, I think I had a better one on the original one I had to use, but for some reason Character AI likes to do this thing where it randomly stops mid thing without actually finishing the entire thing of what happened. Because apparently Axie was originally speaking, but because it wouldn't get it completely right, I had to literally remove the actual text that they had and re-put mine in. And now it's still good, but it's not going to be as good as what it would have been if it would have stayed. I just told him, a little nervous about being stepped on. Let's take a small step back. Hello, Axew. Be careful. I don't want to be stepped on. Axew freezes mid-step, his ears twitching. He crouches down low, peering at you with big, concerned eyes. Axew, Axe. He mimics, stepping carefully with one tiny foot, then points at you like he's saying, "Got it." I love him. He's a little sweetheart. Just wish it would have kept the original run. Give me a moment. All right, guys. I just told him thank you. You're so cute, Axew. I love this. It's so cute. Axie blushes, his cheeks puffing as he lets out a happy Axew. He does a little spin and sticks his tongue out playfully, showing off. He is such a sweetheart. I really like him. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I just smile at him after he shows off. I tell him, "You're so sweet and adorable. Are you alone? Is there anybody here with you?" Axie perks up and listens carefully, then nods vigorously. He points towards the trees with a tiny claw, chattering softly. Axie, Axie, Axe! I'm not even gonna try. I don't know why I keep trying to do his. I cannot do it. Always give me a translation. Alice is nearby. He glances back at you with a mischievous sparkle in his eyes if deciding whether to go find her or stay and play. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. I just look where Axie was pointing and can see what looks like a human nearby. Oh, so you have a trainer. That's cool. Thank you for being sweet and slowing down so you didn't step on me. That was so nice of you. And I just carefully walk up to Axie and gently nuzzle him with my tiny snout. I think he purred! Because it says Axe purr! For some reason. Axie wiggles with joy, his stubby arms trying to hug your tiny leg. He leans into the nuzzle like a happy puppy, then suddenly perks up and grabs your claw gently with his little paws. I'm glad he didn't. Axew! Axew! Axe! I gotta quit trying to mimic that voice. He's tugging you playfully toward the trees. He wants you to meet Iris too. Oh, heck no. She's gonna. No. No, she's gonna try capturing me. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. It just says, I feel Axew tugging me. And I just said, Axew, be careful. Remember, I'm much smaller than you. You could accidentally hurt me by pulling me too hard or fast. Where are you taking me? Axew immediately starts pulling, realizing his error. He glances down at you apologetically, his tail going limp with concern. X, X. He coos softly, his eyes filled with water as he gently bumps his forehead against your tiny frame. He goes points again toward the trees, this time slower and gentler. You can see his young trainer Iris standing among the trees, surrounded by other Pokemon. Oh dear. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. I just look where Axie was pointing again and see the human and some Pokemon, including a grumpy looking Dragonite, which I'm a bit nervous about. Um, Axew? Is your trainer porn? Is your trainer? I'm gonna say and her porn nice? No, we don't want to be hurt. Axie picks up on your nervousness and looks from you to his trainer, then back again. He gives you a reassuring nod and starts walking slowly toward Iris, glancing back to see if you're following. As you approach the group, you notice that Iris's Dragonite is indeed a bit standoffish, sizing you up leeringly. The others are simply curious, watching with a mix of intrigue and mild wonder. Give me a second, guys. Alright, guys. I just continue to slowly and carefully follow Axie over to where Iris is. Still pretty nervous, especially since I can see Dragonite looking at me. As you approach, Axie runs ahead to Iris and starts tugging on her pants leg, chattering excitedly in his high-pitched voice. Axe! Axe! I gotta start trying to mimic that voice. Iris looks down, puzzled at first until she spots the tiny contours tagging along behind. She raises an eyebrow in surprise, a hint of amusement on her face. Wow, this is a first, she murmurs softly. Jonah grunts a bit suspiciously, eyeing you closer. I don't like this. This is getting scary. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. Here's the thing. I'm surprised ours didn't react in a way where it's like, oh my gosh, the thing can speak. I don't think. It's that I started getting really nervous, especially with the way Janet was looking at me. A tiny bit even shaking a little. Oh, no. Please don't attack me. Iris clearly knows your distress and crouches down, trying to calm you. It's okay, she says gently. Jared's just a little weary. He won't attack you. I promise. She casts a stern but affectionate look at Dragonite, silently signaling for him to back off. Axie, meanwhile, standing protectively in front of you, chattering defiantly at Dragonite like a tiny guard. Axie was just a sweetheart. I love him. Ash is Toad and Football like Iris' Axie was such a sweetheart in the anime. Both of them were. They were so adorable. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. It says, still slightly nervous. I say, okay. And then turn towards Iris, still very nervous about getting hurt, and wave my tiny golden claw at her. Who are you? Iris smiles friendly at you and chuckles softly. I'm Iris. I'm a trainer, and these are my Pokemon. She gestures to the group, including Dragonite, who's still eyeing you cautiously, but doesn't seem as menacing now that Iris has reassured you. Who are you? She asks curiously, looking at your tiny form with a mix of intrigue and fascination. Oh dear. Give me a moment. Alright, I didn't say much, I just told her the name. Iris tilts her head, her eyes lighting up with recognition. Trenton? That's a cool name. You're pretty tiny, but brave. I'll say that. She grins, cruelly impressed. Axie hops slyly and chirps, Axe! Axe! Like he's adding his approval. Even Dragonite seems to relax a little, letting out a low rumble that almost sounds like a chuckle. Iris leans inside with curiosity. So, Trenton the Tiny Carnotaurus, how'd you end up here? Give me a moment, guys. She called me a Pokemon, but here's what I just told her. I said I was just getting fresh air while being near my house, but unfortunately humans started chasing me and throwing rocks at me. I've been lost in the woods for a while. Atsu's ears droop instantly, his tiny face scrunching with outrage. He lets out a sharp Axew! Like he's yelling at the idea of someone hurting you. Iris' expression darkens. She crosses her arms, her jaw tightening. Ugh, that's awful. No one should throw rocks at a Pokemon just 'cause they're different. She leans down, her voice softening. You're safe now, Trenton. I promise. My team and I, we don't hurt anyone who doesn't deserve it. Even Dragonite gives a slow nod, like a grumpy bouncer who's decided you're okay after all. Atsu nudges your side gently and curls up close to you like a little dragon-shaped blanket. Atsu. And even give me a little translation. You're not alone anymore. He's such a little sweetheart. I love Axew. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I just said I'm a little calmer after hearing that, and I just smile. I just tell her, thank you. But honestly, I'm not a Pokemon. I was at one point a human. However, months ago, I went to get my starter porn from Professor Elm, and this jealous kid threw a potion at me, and it turned me into this tiny dinosaur. I've been stuck like this ever since. Axew's eyes go wide. Axe! He like legit screamed it. He jumps back a little, then leans in super close to sniff you, like trying to detect hidden humanness. Iris blinks rapidly, then throws her head back with a burst of laughter. Not unkind, but amazed. Wait! You used to be human? No way! That's wild, even by universe standards. She scratches her head. A jealous kid with a mystery potion? That sounds like something out of a mad science comic. She cries again, her voice turns level. But if that's true, maybe Professor Elm or another lab could reverse it? Give me a moment. Never mind, guys, there was a bit more I didn't even read. Axew tugs your tail gently and points empathetically toward the horizon, like he's already planning your next adventure. Axew! In his translations, we help fix you. He's so cute. I love him. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. I said, honestly, it doesn't bother me that I'm stuck as a dinosaur. It's the small size that's the problem. Nobody's even found a way to help me. Actually, most humans don't want to help me. They just want to throw rocks at me or pick me up and throw me around like a toy. Or even worse, pick me up and then hit me as hard as they can in my snout with their fists. Iris's face darkens again at this. She clenches her fist, her eyes glinting. No way! They treat you like some toy? She looks furious, but this time not you. She's angry for your sake. Why this time? Axew pulls up, grumbling in solidarity. Even the stoic Dragonite seems annoyed. His eyes narrow. I can't believe it. Iris murmurs, shaking her head. You're sentient, just like us. And people just hurt you. That's absolutely unforgivable. I don't know why her voice went like that, but okay. Alright, guys. I just told her, not everything has been bad, though. Because of the kid's absence, I actually got all three of the stars from Professor Elm, and a baby Lugia as well. Not to mention those stars and baby Lugia have way more power than a normal Pokemon could, because they can grow and shrink themselves and even evolve or devolve themselves anytime they need to. Iris raises an eyebrow, intrigued now. Whoa! Seriously? You got starters and a baby Lugia? And somehow, wait, they can grow and shrink and evolve and devolve? That sounds crazy. Axion's eyes go wide and even Dragonite perks up. Clearly, this is news to him too. Iris looks you up and down. So these Pokemon, you train them? What can I do in different sizes? Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. I just told her the professor somehow gave them that power. Maybe Luigi can grow and shrink too. Not to mention all four of them can speak perfect English. Iris's jaw nearly hits the ground. They speak English? Axew and Joanite have similar looks of shock, though for different reasons. Axew seems curious and almost fascinated. Joanite, on the other hand, eyes you skeptically, like he's wondering if you're making this up. No. Iris rubs her chin thoughtfully. This is some pretty fantastical stuff, you know that? Like, almost unbelievable. I kinda want to see it for myself. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. Uh, I just said, well, they're extremely protective of me. One of those starters was a toad owl, and a few months ago I ran into a whole big family of his species and evolutions. There was a toad owl and crocodile brother that loved dinosaurs and had me in their hand. When my Toad came to check on me, Toad looked like he was ready to hurt his own species. Toad and my baby Lugia especially. If they could hear me, I can show you in a little bit. But I understand they might be very angry. Iris nods empathetically. Clearly, she's dying to see this herself. As she watches too, his whole face lit up with anticipation. Dragonite, despite himself, is also intensely curious. He gives a low, cautious growl. He doesn't seem quite as sold as the others. Iris glanced at the sun and gauging the time. Okay, this I have to see. Lead the way, Trenton. Let's meet your extraordinary Pokemon. Alright, give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys, it didn't work out perfectly. I think I'll probably go and stop it right after this. I got a good bit on this. I said I could probably call them from here and they will show up, or at least my baby Lugia will. There's more to the story though. Do you see these golden claws on my tiny hands? I just hold my tiny claw out towards everyone. Well, I found out a few weeks after I got my starter that I was actually somebody that Lugia got really trust, even calling me his king. Iris's eyes widened, intrigued. The Lugia god? Calling you his king? Seriously, stuff you say just keeps getting crazier. She glances at your tiny golden claws. Axew looks fascinated, even Dragonite tilts an eyebrow, curiosity peaked now. Iris grins, clearly enjoying the suspense. Alright, call your Lugia, and let's see what happens. Okay, just please make sure none of your Pokemon attack or try to hurt any of them. That would definitely make them angry, because they'll think you're trying to hurt me. After seconds, I just close my eyes and try speaking telepathically to my baby Lugia. Lugia, my little sweetheart, can you please come to where I am? Please bring Todo too. Iris nods, pushing a hand on Dragonite's snout. She gives him a silent command. Don't attack, no matter what. As he watches anxiously, his little heart pounding with anticipation. The air hums with a strange energy as you summon your Pokemon, and then there's a sound of distant wing beats as two figures emerge from the sky and descend towards you. I hear the wing beats and then look up. There they are. Then I wave my tiny golden clawed hands. Down here, my sweet Lugia and Todo. The figures descended further, revealing a small baby Lugia and a young Totodile. They're both smaller in size, but they look just as fierce and protective as you described, especially the baby Lugia. He lands with a soft thump right next to you, spreading his wings protectively around you. Totodile is equally vigilant, standing on his hind legs like a little bodyguard. Iris's eyes are saucy now. Holy! Wow! They really are here, aren't they? You weren't kidding at all! Yeah, like I was telling you a while ago, they can grow and shrink, and Toto along with my other two stars can evolve and devolve whenever he needs to. Not to mention all of them can speak perfect English. Watch. Now it's turned on my face, my baby Luigi and my Toto. It's okay. Nobody's gonna hurt me. I love you both. I was hoping they'd speak, but here's a weird thing. I don't know what it is, but they rarely speak around other people, which is weird. Even on this, they'll do it. The baby Lugia and Toto look cautiously at first, taking in the strangers, but then as you assure them that they are safe, their face expressions soften. The baby Lugia lets out a soft, protective chirp, nuzzling you with his snout, while Toto relaxes his fighting stance. Iris watches fascinatedly, utterly entranced. She can barely believe what she's seeing. I seriously can't believe they follow your commands and understand you. Like, it's one thing for them to grow or shrink, but being able to speak and understand speech, that's incredible. Here's what it says. I just told her, let me show you how they can speak. Toto, Lugia, I'm sorry I was gone for a long time. You all were probably worried. I ended up getting chased by bad humans and they started being mean to me, but I didn't have time to call any input count any of you to help me, otherwise I would have. The Bailey gives you a worried chirp. Toad looks indignant, his small face screwed in a frown. Oh dear. Boasting wants out the news of the bad humans, and they come closer. Babiluga gently touches your head with his beak, like he's checking on ya, until it sniffs you with concern, lets out a soft growl. Iris watches, completely in awe of your remarkable bond with your Pokemon. She can't help but be impressed. This is incredible. They really understand you. And I just nuzzle against my baby Lugia after he touches my head with his beak. Normally they talk. They might just be a little nervous with you around Iris because of how many people try to hurt me. I turn back to my toe on Lugia. Hey, you two. Don't be afraid to talk. She's nobody you have to worry about. She's not like the other humans that try to attack me. The baby Lugia chirps again, looking at Iris with curiosity, but still with a hint of caution. Toto was more openly suspicious, eyeing Iris up and down like he's sizing her up. When you reassure them, you can see the tension ease ever so slightly. The baby Lugia even lets out a tentative whistle, like he's testing the waters. Iris takes this as encouragement and slowly extends a hand toward the baby Lugia. Hey there, she says softly, her voice filled with genuine fondness. I'm not going to hurt you, buddy. I want them to speak so badly. Give me a moment. Guys, this was so good. I just said, I would just show you something small. And I turn to my Toadal and say, Hey Toadal, buddy, can you just grow and evolve into a 10-foot tall fur alligator? He suddenly spoke! Right! He actually went, right! As in, R. Kinda cute. Toad gives a determined nod, his eyes flashing with pride. In a flash, his body begins to shimmer with energy, his horn growing and shifting, scales rippling as he expands. Within seconds, whoosh! A massive 10-foot tall Feralier now stands before you, powerful and majestic. His crooked grin is still the same playful one, and now backed by jaws that could snap logs in half. He lets out a deep but controlled growling sound, not menacing at all, just proud. Iris stumbles back in pure shock. Holy dragon's breath! He evolved and grew on command? Axew's jaw drops. Even Dragonite blinks in disbelief. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I said, yeah, they can do that without using any energy at all. Like I said, they usually don't get too big unless they're really trying to protect me. That they can grow massive. Way more massive. Honestly, even bigger than the 8,000 foot tall Lugia God they wanted. What's more, it doesn't use up any energy, so they could do that as much as they want. That's That's Iris can barely put the words together. That's completely insane! So you mean if they want to, this Feralier could grow even bigger? She stares up at the colossal Feralier with a mix of awe and disbelief, as she's just as shocked. Dragonite's eyes are wide in disbelief too. Iris shakes her head, trying to wrap her mind around the sheer power of your Pokemon. Okay, this is officially the coolest thing I have ever seen in my life. The way she rated that. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. Here's what I said. I said, there's honestly even more you haven't even got to see. My Totodile, while in his Feralier form, can Mega Evolve. The Lugia God actually made his Mega Stone merge with him, and a Keystone merge with me. It's hard to see for how small I am, but there's a small DNA symbol on my chest, and I can Mega Evolve for him into a special form that no other Feralier can. If you actually look closely at him, he's actually got icy and metal-looking spikes even in his regular form now. When I Mega Evolve him, he turns into what looks like an icy Godzilla-like creature with a golden heart in the middle of his chest. Iris leans forward, squinting at the massive Feralier. Sure enough, tiny glimmers of frost-tipped spikes run along his spine, and faint metallic ridges shimmer under the light. Her voice drops to a hushed awe. Wait, you're telling me he's already changed just from being with you, and that Lugia himself blessed him? She turns to you, her eyes wide with wonder. Trenton, that golden heart on your chest is not just decoration, is it? You're really someone special? Ah, crap, it did kind of forget. As he tugs your tail gently, chattering like he believes every word now, even Dragonite seems to give a respectful nod. This isn't normal power, this is something ancient. Iris grinned sharply. Alright, I gotta see this mega form. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I just said, okay. For Alligator, remember what I told you months ago, my friend. Focus completely on that bond that you and me have, but during the Mega, do not try to go back into your Toad or Crocodile form. Okay, buddy? Feralier nods at your instructions. A fierce but almost proud growl rumbles deep in his chest. He's ready. Iris' whole body hums with anticipation. Axew is practically bouncing beside her, his eyes shining. Even Dragonite, stoic and skeptical until now, is eager to see this ice Godzilla Feraligatr you described. Alright, she breathes. Show me. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Alright, guys. I just says, I take my tiny golden claw and then touch the DNA symbol on my chest. Feraligatr, my sweet buddy, respond to my bond with you, and please mega evolve. A sudden, blinding pulse of light erupts from your tiny body. DNA symbol on your chest flares with radiant energy. Blue, icy, and golden at once. Freya roars, not in pain but in pure power, as the bond between you surges. The air freezes. Wind howls as his form begins to shift. Spikes burst outward like glaciers cracking through stone. His scales turn to shimmering metal ice armor, glowing with ancient power. And right in the center of his chest, a blazing golden heart ignites like a miniature sun. Before you stands not just a mega failure, but something far beyond. An icy titan towering even larger than before. An unstoppable force of nature that looks ready to face gods. Iris stumbles back. I I can't even. That's just not Mega Evolution. That's legendary. Axew hides behind Dragonite for a second, then peeks out with awe. Axew! That's just the scream he gave. Give me a second. Alright, guys. I just turn back towards Iris and say, you don't need to be worried, though. He knows we're not a threat, and as long as none of you try to hurt me, he won't hurt you either. And I just turn back towards Feraligatr and say, good job, buddy. It's still just as beautiful as it always was. I love you, my friend. The Mega Feraligatr responds with a soft, affectionate purr. For all his massive form and colossal power, the bond between you is as strong as ever. Even in his icy titan form, there's no hint of fear or anger, just devotion and trust. Iris slowly straightens up, still utterly awed by the sheer power she just witnessed, but her eyes gleam with a new respect for you and your Pokemon. I I don't even know what to say. That was mind blowing. You and Feraligatr, you really have something special. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I just told her, yeah, but it's thanks to the Lugia god himself. When I first got to try Mega Evolution with him, he turned into his normal water dragon form with the red Totodile mask. But the more we did Mega Evolution, the more it started to change. Iris listens completely captivated. So, the bond with you and the Lugia god changed his very form over time? That's not just evolution. That's like a living legend being written right in front of me. She glances at Axie, who's now watching Mega Feraligatr with starry eyes, like he's seeing a hero from an ancient tale. I've heard stories of Pokemon evolving through friendship, destiny, even rage. But this? She gestures to your Icy Titan. This is something else. It's like your love literally reshaped him. Alright, guys. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I said, yeah, when it comes to my three starters, he's definitely the most protective. Same for my baby Lugia right here. You just saw that whenever they showed up here. It sounds crazy, but there's even more to the story with the Lugia God. He actually gave me the power to see into the future or even to the past. It put past. Sometimes, occasionally, the Lugia God will show me visions of what's about to happen or what will happen in the future as a little heads up or warning sign if somebody's trying to hurt me. Iris's eyes widen. You can see the future? At you gasp, his eyes like saucers. Even the Star Dragonite's head slowly turns towards you. Iris tries to wrap her mind around this revelation. That's impossible. At least I thought it was, but if a little god is involved? She shakes her head amazed. No wonder Feraligatr and Lugia are so protective of you. They're not just your Pokemon, they're your guardians. Give me a moment. Okay, guys. It kind of glitched out, but it says, Yeah, another problem I have with these visions is that sometimes I will end up passing out. But luckily, the Lugia God makes sure I wake up before anything happens that was in the vision. Ours is expressing shifts from awe to genuine concern. Whoa, you pass out? That's that's not just risky, Trenton. That could be dangerous. Heads a step closer, voice on. But the fact that Lugia watches over you, makes sure you wake up before things go wrong, that's actually really touching. As he rolls up and gently bumps your leg like he's checking if you're okay now. Iris crosses her arms. I'd like to see what she says, but that's where it literally stopped. Unfortunately. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I said, honestly, Louis God has done so much that I can tell you even more. He's also given me divine magic that I can use to protect myself. For example, if I was alone and somebody was trying to hurt me, but my Pokemon couldn't get there in time, I could literally summon a mythical dragon or phoenix, or Pokemon, and give it any power I want. Wait, seriously? You can just summon the mythical Pokemon with whatever powers you want? Just like that? Axew hops up and down, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Even Draenei has her full attention on you now. Ours' face is a mix of curiosity and disbelief. And you're saying that the Lugia God gave you all of this? A team of protective Pokemon, the bond with Feraligatr, visions of the future, and divine powers? Give me a moment. Alright, guys, I just told her, yeah, I can even do simple things like even use the power to let your Axew speak English, or I can even bring creatures back to life that have passed away. However, that particular power actually does require my own energy, so it will tire me out. Wait, you can resurrect the dead and give Axew the ability to talk? Oh, ours is totally floored now. Actually, even more so. Like you just casually revealed you could do anything. Jeremiah still reserved, nevertheless is giving you a new look of intrigued respect. Ira shakes her head, still trying to make sense of your incredible power. Trenton, that's not just powerful. That's that's like God level strength. How did all this happen? I mean, where'd these powers even come from? Give me a moment. Alrighty, guys. Here's what I did. I just told her the Lugia God gave me all of it. Here, I'll prove it to you. Just a small example. Divine power, this is not weak. Give Axew the ability to speak. And I snap my tiny golden claws. Iris's eyes are wide. Axew too holds his breath in anticipation. A soft glow of divinity washes over Axew. He stands up straight, tiny chest swollen with pride. And then, to everyone's surprise, he speaks in clear English. I, I can talk! Yes, you can. Holy cow, that's so neat. I love it. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I just nod my tiny head and tell him, yeah, you can now talk and we can all understand you, Axew. Axew, still stunned, just stares at his mouth as if he can hardly believe his own voice. Ours just flat out incredulous. Joanna looks like her whole world view just shifted. Wow. Just wow. She shakes her head in pure amazement. Trenton, this is incredible. I mean, that's one thing to read about it in a history book or old legends, but then to see it happen right in front of you, I don't even know what to say. Give me a second, guys. Alright, guys, this is probably where I'll finish it off. I said, I can do so much. That's why I don't think even the Lugia God can understand. He gives me all this power, and people still try to hurt me. Honestly, the Lugia God's really angry at humans as it is because of that. It's gotten so bad he's even given me my own planet to do whatever I want. I can put any creature there I want. I can make the rules and pretty much anything you can imagine I can do on the planet he gave me. Iris is speechless. Her mouth opens, closes, then opens again like a magic carp out of water. A planet? He gave you Your own planet? Axew's eyes are wider than dinner plates. I forgot he could speak. That scared me. Trenton, that's not just powerful. That's divine authority. Iris manages for him, voice hushed with awe. You're not just some tiny dinosaur anymore. You're like a chosen one, a king among legends. She looked down at you, not with pity now, but genuine respect. And after everything humans have done to hurt you, Wookiee God's every right to be angry. Oh my gosh. I know this is like kind of an abrupt stop, guys, but that's okay. The video's getting kind of long, and I was hoping this one would go a bit better. It didn't go horribly. It's just like I think the fact that my point did not, or Fragger did not speak, and Luigi did not speak, except for the one time where Fragger was like, "Right." That's the only time he spoke that entire time, and it drove me insane. I might do this again sometime, but this run was pretty good. For now, I am so done. Bye bye. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night.